welcome back to the Hip Horse. Tommy D along with Johnny Lowe. Derby Talk episode number 11. We're hot on the Kentucky Trail. 148, everybody. Saturday, May 7th. We're getting closer and closer. We got 3 big races to take a look at. Derby prep races. My man Johnny, how we doing?
I think we're doing really well. It looks like an exciting weekend of horse racing. We've got some really big races going down in Arkansas as well as in Florida and even in Kentucky. Right now we've got a couple of pretty nice races with deep fields. They should be good races to look at, to handicap and get a little action.
Yeah, all 100-point races, Johnny. So big for the big picture. Win this race and you're going to be in the gate at the Kentucky Derby as long as you can stay healthy. Right now, the Derby picture, head of the leaderboard, Epicenter 164, Crown Pride 100 after its win in the UAE Derby, Classic Causeway 66, Slowdown Andy 60, Un Ojo 54, and Simplification 54. Johnny, we had 3 races last week: the Dubai World Cup, the Sunland Derby, and the Louisiana Derby. Your thoughts on these races? Any thoughts on them?
Yeah, so the UAE Derby looked pretty European heavy there. Crown Pride won the race. Looked pretty nice. Not a fast time. I don't know if they're going to send the horse out here to run in the Kentucky Derby, but if they do, obviously that would be the one probably from that race. The Sunland Park Derby, that was we had a winner.
Yeah, we had
a winner. Slow down, Andy.
Doug O'Neill.
Who, I mean, they staggered home, but you know, we're producing a horse out of that race. It's probably going to run in the Kentucky Derby, and then the Louisiana Derby, which Epicenter just, I mean, that was a thing of beauty. One thing I will say is Pioneer of Medina did get loose in the post parade, and Outrider caught him, and the horse still ran a bang up 3rd place. So I got to give that horse a little bit of credit. Maybe the first Saturday in May he's got a shot in the gate. Who knows?
Yeah, great call, Johnny. We had him on our list for the Louisiana Derby. Good job last week. 2 out of 3 winners there. That UAE Derby, the Japanese horse coming through. The Japanese are looking strong, Johnny. I know we talked about that in one of our last videos also. So you got to kind of pay attention to these Japanese horses moving forward. They're really showing up in these big events.
Yeah, definitely. They came out in full force and won a couple Breeder Cup races this year. They've got these horses moving forward, and I think it just really pays tribute to the amount of time that they've really spent into coming over here, getting our good brood mares, making sure their stallion lions were ready to go out there, and just the impact that Sunday Silence has had on the breed out there itself. And they keep making really good decisions. They sent California Chrome out there. They've sent a horse that's one of their leading stallions, Dre Fong, out there that I don't know how he would have done in our commercial industry, being by Giopani out of Ghost Sapper Mare. He was a sprinter. You know, I mean, where would you put him here? He's doing really well out there. So it's really something to see the kind of breeding program that they're putting together. They're doing a good job.
Yeah, it's exciting to see, you know, horse racing even grow internationally in some spots, Johnny. So, you know, enough of the small talk there. Let's get to the races. That's what you're here for. If you're new to the Hip Horse and Derby Talk, hit that like, subscribe. We're bringing you all the information up to the Kentucky Derby. Johnny Lowe breaking down the pedigrees for you here. We're going to get right to it. Let's move to the Jeff Ruby Stakes here, Johnny. This is going to be from Turfway Park here. 100 points to the winner. Synthetic horse, 1.8 miles, Johnny. We might be looking for more turf pedigree here. Animal Kingdom, the last one to win the Kentucky Derby out of this race in 2011. I'm going to let you give a quick rundown and some pedigree picks on this one, Johnny. Go for it.
Yeah, so, I mean, Animal Kingdom, Lily T, these are a couple of horses that have won this race. They were long shots. I would expect none less from a horse that wins this race if he gets into they decide to run him in the Derby to be a long shot as well. Pletcher's sending a turf horse out there by Into Mischief. He's done pretty well. He's won 1 race though. He looks like he's got decent speed figures. He's 10-1 morning line. I think he might be in the mix depending on how everything sets up. The 2 Mike Maker's Stolen Base. Equipment change, putting some blinkers on, trying to get that extra late push. I think he's going to be involved. We've got Pappacap sending Cabo Spirit out, which I guess they're going to see. He did okay on the turf, so I guess they're going to see if it translates to synthetic. We've got a horse, Tawny Port, for Brad Cox. I mean, some of the big names are showing up out here. This horse is coming off a race in the Risen Star where I don't think he did what they hoped he would do. The favorite here, Tis the Bomb. Tis the Bomb tried the Holy Bull in Florida. I don't think dirt is really his thing, so this might be his little Kentucky Derby. We got Dowagiac Chief. This horse is going to be the speed of the race. He's been running decent races. I think he's going to have his best to run this one. And then one of the horses transferred from Baffert's barn, Black Adder, who's by Quality Road out of Chapel, who's by Pulpit. This horse just won the El Camino Real Derby. They're looking for some more points here. I don't know. I think that it's going to be interesting to see that his first Baffert, I guess his first runner that's been transferred running a race. And I guess there was one I skipped. I'll go over his pedigree right now. This is going to be Red Run, and Red Run's running for Steve Asmussen and the Winchell Thoroughbred Connections. Memorable colors. We've seen him on horses like Gun Runner before, which actually is the horse that sired this horse. So Red Run is by Gun Runner out of Red House by Tappet. Gun Runner shows his versatility with this one, winning a dirt sprint and a slop on his debut and a stakes route on turf. He has Pappacap going in the Florida Derby as well, so Gun Runner's he's doing pretty good. A serious femline on this one though. The second dam, Funhouse, won $432,000 and dropped Untappable, who earned nearly $4 million, and $1.7 million earner and now stallion Patio Prado. Many black tie producers in the femline and $1 million earners dropped. He has a nice outcross as well with Gun Runner and Tappet. No doubt in my mind this horse could run on the dirt. If he does win this race and he is in the Kentucky Derby, he at least has the pedigree that checks the boxes for me. And the other horse I like in this race is Stolen Base. He's by Bodemeister out of Running Wild by Indian Charlie. Bodemeister sired Kentucky Derby winner Always Dreaming. Bodemeister ran second in the Kentucky Derby. Empire Maker, his sire, ran second as well, and his sire Unbridled won the race. It's a very potent line to get to the race. Running Wild has dropped 4 runners, all winners. There's a good amount of black tie production on the fem line. I think this horse has a pretty nice pedigree as well. It's probably more dirt preferred, but we'll see how they do on the synthetic.
Yeah, with Stolen Base, Johnny, I'm looking at him. He finished second in the John Battaglia last time, but behind Tis the Bomb. They're going to be adding a little bit of distance. You think that should help Stolen Base here?
I think it should help him on the stretch out. I think the stretch out with the pedigree that he has is more conducive to probably his running style and what he's looking to do. With the blinker equipment change, I see this horse being pretty live.
There we go. Stolen Base number 2 and number 8, Pep Run. Do you have a favorite between the two, or are they pretty equal on your pedigree picks?
You know what? I think I'm going to take Red Run.
Red Run
on top, and then we'll do Stolen Base underneath.
There we go. That's the Jeff Ruby Stakes from Turfway Park, and that's going to be on Saturday. Everybody, 100 points to the winner. It's interesting to see because you see a lot of turf synthetic horses here in this race, guys, so pay attention to it. Let's move on to the Arkansas Derby, everybody. Arkansas Derby is going to be another big prep here, a grade 1, a mile and an eighth, $1.3 million purse at Oak Lawn Park. Let's take a look at the field here, and then we'll break down the pedigree. Number 1, Kavad, back-to-back 4th place finishes in the Rebel and in the Southwest. Should be part of the pace scenario. It has been in the last 2 starts. Most success came in sprints. Trainer is Chris Hartman. Number 2, Chasing Time, disappointing 5th in the Grade 2 Rebel from Oak Lawn last start. Steve Asmussen trains this 3-year-old Dark Bay colt. Jose Lascano gets the call for the first time. My Racehorse is the owner's. A couple of you guys might have a piece here. Number 3, Barber Road, nice closing pace last time out, finishing 3rd by a half length behind Un Oo and Ethereal Road in the Grade 2 Rebel. John Ortiz, solid trainer, 22% on the year. Not so much in the stakes, 0 for 12, so going to try to get it done. This 3-year-old colt has been in the money 6 out of 7 starts. Number 4, Doppleganger, 2nd in the San Felipe after stretching out to the mile and 16th distance. Tim Yachtine takes over for Bob Baffert. Yachtine, 20% in stakes races. Johnny V gets the call. Pratt's going to be on number 9, We the People. Just a note there. Number 5, Un Oho, won the Rebel Grade 2 from Oak Lawn at a big price, 75 to 1 for Ricky Corville. Before that, finished second in the Withers at a price. His running style says he should sit right off the pace and look for one big closing move. That's number 5, Un Ojo. Number 6, Secret Oath, 3 for 3 over the Oak Lawn Park. Winning easily in all 3 starts, winning all 3 by 7 or more lengths. Last win came in the Grade 3 Honeybee. D. Wayne Lucas trains this 3-year-old chestnut filly, who's the daughter of Arrogate. Facing the boys here, but morning line favorite 5-2. I love it when the ladies step up to take on the boys in these big races. Number 7, Ben Diesel. Last win came in the maiden debut in October. Last 4 starts have not been very impressive for trainer Dallas Stewart. John Courts, regular rider, back up. Nice works, but needs some improvement here. Number 8, Cyberknife. Came back to win its last start versus Softer after a 6th place finish in the LeComte. Brad Cox, solid trainer. Trains this 3-year-old son of Gunrunner. Giroux rides here. Jockey trainer, 26%. Favorite in 3 out of 4 starts, so a lot of hype on number 8, Cyberknife. Number 9, We the People. 2 for 2, lightly raced career. All coming over, both wins coming over the Oak Lawn track. Rudolph Brissett trains this 3-year-old bay colt. Flavian Pratt takes over. The son of Constitution here won both career starts by 5 or more lengths. This is the one that I like that you got to pay attention to. Lots of talk about this 3-year-old. That's 9, We the People. Quick rundown. Now I'm going to pass it over to Johnny, and he's going to break down the pedigree and give a few pedigree picks. What do you say, Johnny?
All right, so this is an exciting race right here. The big decision here was to run Secret Oath in the race, and I think this is a significant decision. The horse is a very patient horse, pretty smart. She sits off the pace a little bit, and then her last couple, when they've hit the turn for home, she's really romped them. This, in my opinion, is a huge step in class from the competition that she's been running against. But with her running style, it's very conducive to how they run at the track in Oak Lawn. A lot of races are won from a little bit off the pace, so I think it was a smart choice, and we're going to see what she's got. I'm going to dive into her pedigree right here.
All right, let's do it.
All right, so Secret Oath is by Arrogate out of Absinthe Minded by Quiet American. Arrogate has passed on with only a couple of crops, so we're getting close to the end of the line, and this is like his first crop to hit. Secret Oath being part of his first crop. His top 3 earners are all fillies, led by Secret Oath. Arrogate is inbred Mr. Prospector line, top and bottom. This seems to be the new direction stallions are moving in, but I'm not sure how much staying power it has for a 1.25 mile type race. Absinthe Minded earned over $600,000 and dropped 3 fillies. All of those 6-figure earners. Comes from a solid 9F fem line. Basically, Absinthe Minded did really well, and the horses that she's dropped have done really well as well. So those are both good signs. Quiet American brings more Mr. Prospector lines into the equation. The further they go, the harder it might be for her to get the distance. She has been running freaky races and does show signs of being an outlier. I see pedigree limitations top and bottom. I don't know if it's a 1 1/8 miles where she's going to hit the wall. Maybe she doesn't. She might just be one of those horses that just kind of outruns her pedigree. I think we're going to find out on Saturday, though.
Yeah, old school trainer D. Wayne Lucas would love to get it done. Like I said, this horse winning last 3 by 7 or more lengths, Johnny. So a lot in the tank for this filly. Number 6, Secret Oath. What else we got for us?
So another horse I have, obviously, with Johnny B out there, it's going to be hard to stay away from Doppleganger. So Doppleganger is by Into Mischief out of Twice the Lady by Quiet American. Into Mischief has been on fire of late with Derby winner Authentic, Breeder Cup Mile winner Life is Good, Derby winner Mandaloon, Golden Sense, Audible, and Practical Joke, amongst many others. The Stormcat line, the last Stormcat line horse to win the race goes back to Line of David in 2010, which is kind of interesting to note. You'd think there might be a more recent winner. Twice the Lady won over $300,000 in her career, and all 3 of her progeny are winners. The top and bottom cross with Into Mischief over Mr. Prospector line brood mares has been responsible for most of his upper level success. So it is a very nice cross. I think this horse has really good breeding. Yeah, King coming in with a power move, taking the blinkers off. I think he's going to take to the track. He might like this one.
Yeah, I mean, and you get Hall of Famer Johnny V, steady hands there to help with the Doppleganger here. Only concern is Pratt jumps over to number 9, We the People, rode before, but hey, if you're going to get anybody else, Johnny V might be the guy. Number 4, Doppleganger, Johnny's pedigree breakdown. Who else we got here, Johnny?
And then I think we're going to go with this one as the pick, We the People. So he's by Constitution out of Letchworth by Tisnow. Constitution has done really well in the breeding shed, led by Classic Distance winner Law and Grade 1 winner American Revolution. 3 of the last 10 Arkansas Derby winners have been AP Indy Line Stallions. Letchworth was unraced. Her progeny are unremarkable, but Second Dam, Harmony Lodge, won $850,000 herself. Sibling Graham Hall has seen some success as a stallion, and 3 of 5 on the Femline are black type. So there definitely is some juice on the bottom of the Femline, and obviously on top we've got a horse that says he's a contender at least.
Yeah, hey, 2 for 2 at Oak Lawn. Gotta like it over the track there. Rudolph Brissett has this 3-year-old bay colt ready to go. Impressively in both of its wins. Lightly raced, but you get top rider Flavian Pratt making the switch over. That's 9, We the People. Taking a look at the Arkansas Derby. Johnny breaking down the pedigree and giving out the pedigree pick there for you, everybody. We the People going to be number 1 on that list. If you're new to the channel, hit that like, subscribe, ring the bell. We're hot on the Kentucky Derby Trail here on the Hip Horse. We're going to get right to the Florida Derby. We're going to end it out with the biggest race of them all, probably, Johnny, the Florida Derby. We've seen so many contenders come out of this race over the years. Since 2001, we've had 6 winners come out of here, out of the Florida Derby. So obviously a big race. 24 winners overall in the history of the Florida Derby, Johnny. So lots of action here. It's going to be a Grade 1 $1 million purse, a 1 1/8 down in Gulfstream Park down in Florida. Let's do a quick rundown, and then we'll get to the pedigree picks. Strike Hard finished 4th in the Sam F. Davis last start, closing from off the pace. Making up ground late, but not too close to Classic Causeway, still losing by 6+ lengths. Matthew Williams is the trainer, 0 for 5 in stakes races. Number 2, Classic Causeway. This 3-year-old chestnut colt has done nothing wrong during its 2022 Derby campaign. It won the Sam F. Davis by 3+ lengths, and then coming back and winning the Tampa Bay Derby by 2+. The fields might have been a little bit softer there, but Brian Lynch is training this one. You gotta like Irad Ortiz Jr. up, and he's won 3 out of 4 starts aboard the colt. Recent workouts say this one's ready to go. Simplification won the Fountain of Youth last start. Before that was 2nd in the Holy Bull Grade 3, improving buyer figures in each and every last 3 starts. Antonio Sanyo trains here. You get JL Ortiz up in the boot. King of Truth showed up at Gulfstream Park in early December. 3 starts, 7th, 2nd, and 2nd. Last 2 starts versus softer competition on the all-weather and turf course. Now going back to the dirt. The trainer Sanchez, 31%. With jockey Morello, 25% jockey-trainer combo there. So we got a good combo on King of the Truth. Pappacap, disappointing 8th in the Grade 2 Risen Star at the 1 1/8 distance. Before that, it was 3rd in the LeCompte behind the winner. Then he was 2nd in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile. Mark Cassey trains fast workouts for the son of Gunrunner. Pappacap, can he get his 3-year-old campaign off and going? Charge It broke its maiden by 8 lengths at Gulfstream Park on February 12th. Second career start. Son of Tappet broke its maiden impressively for Todd Pletcher. Luis Saez is the jockey. Will be up on this 3-year-old colt. He's been up on all 3 career starts. Jockey trainer, 27%. Should be part of the pace scenario and be right up front. Moving on to the next one on the list is going to be White Abbario. This gray colt, son of Race Day, won its first start as a 3-year-old in the Holy Bull, winning by 4+ lengths at Gulfstream. He went off at 6-1 in the last start. He won 3 out of 4 career starts. He did beat Simplification, who went on to win the Fountain of Youth next start. Safi Joseph Jr. trains, and Tyler Gaffleone gets the call. That's White Abbario. Cajun Music, 5th in the Holy Bull last start for trainer Michael Yates. 6 starts, 2 wins, 3 place. for this Florida bred. Needs to get back to the 2-year-old campaign to have any chance here in this race. Oh, Captain, third in the Fountain of Youth, closing well from off the pace here after a slow start. Gustavo Delgado trains this 3-year-old chestnut colt. You get Joel Rosario, 25% on the year. So pretty good rider to get the call. Clapton, won an allowance, state bred, versus non-winners of 1 last time out. You get Juan Alvarado is going to be the trainer here. This 3-year-old colt is going to be stretching out from 7 furlongs to the 1.125 miles, improving over its last 4 starts, putting up its highest buyer of its career. 9 starts, most experience in the field here. Steel Sunshine, all for 4 career starts over the Gulfstream Park. First start coming over the turf course, improving buyer figures in every race. Sat off the pace in the last and closed and finished second versus softer competition. Has nice local works, but it's going to have to step it up. That's last and final, Steel Sunshine. Quick little breakdown of the Florida Derby. I'm going to pass it over to my man Johnny, and he's going to give us a couple pedigree breakdowns and picks here. What do you say?
Yeah, so this to me is the most exciting race of the entire weekend. I think these are some serious contenders. The horse that wins this race is going to get some serious looks going into the Kentucky Derby. I think that we're going to see something a little bit more special here than we've seen so far on the Derby Trail. As much as Epicenter's win was truly impressive, I think whoever wins this race, this size of a field at Gulfstream Park, I think this is going to be a huge step forward for somebody. With that being said, I'm going to start with a horse that's last race was too bad to be true. So we're going to throw this one back out there. Pappacap. He comes in double-digit odds at 10-1, but he's by Gunrunner out of Pappacap by Scat Daddy. Gunrunner has made a name for himself with his horses like 2-year-old filly of the year Echo Zulu, and either currently or were on the Kentucky Derby Trail. Pappacap, Gunite, Early Voting, and McLaren Vale. This is just his first crop to hit. He's making some noise. He's going to get some better broodmares. He could even possibly move up in the next few years. In his first crop, Papa Scat won 165,000 in 13 races, 4 wins. She dropped 3 to race, all winners. The Femline starts off well with 3 straight black type broodmares. The Gunrunner Scat Daddy Cross is very attractive and should point towards a horse liking longer races. I think the 1.125 should help this horse as they stretch out. He does have that classic distance type pedigree to do it.
Yeah, Mark Cassie training, fast workout tab. I mean, what impressed me was that second in the Breeder Cup Juvenile in the fall. So the talent is there if it could just make that step into its 3-year-old the next year here, from the 2-year-old to the 3-year-old. All right, Johnny, who do you got next?
So it wouldn't be a racing day if we weren't talking about a Tap It, right? So let's talk about Charge It. Charge It is by Tap It, out of I'll Take Charge by Indian Charlie. Tap It sired Florida Derby winner Constitution, who sired Tis the Law. Tis the Law also won the Florida Derby, so that was a pretty interesting little sire line there. Tap It leads all active sires with runners in the Kentucky Derby, which means his progeny have done well in prep races. I'll Take Charge won 1 race out of 5, but comes from an outstanding immediate femline led by second dam Take Charge Lady, who earned $2.48 million and dropped 3 Grade 1 winners. Take Charge Indy will take charge, and as time goes by.
Yeah, charge it here, Johnny. I mean, Luis Saez up. Todd Pletcher's won this race many times. Looked pretty spectacular first race and speed of the race. So do you think it should hold up on the distance here?
The one thing that, other than the fact that it's bred in the purple here, the other thing that should help it is the fact that it does have speed. Speed plays really well at Gulfstream Park, and this horse tends to like the course. Those last 2 races looked really good. I have a feeling that if Classic Causeway, he breaks out of the gate good, he's going to be locking heads with this horse. And I don't know if Classic Causeway is going to be able to keep up with this horse for 1.125. So I think that could be to his advantage. As he's dropping back, another horse might have to try to go around him. There
we go. We're talking about Charge It, big contender for Todd Pletcher. Who do we got next, Johnny?
Next, I'm going to go with White Abbario. White Abbario is by Race Day out of Catching Diamonds by In the Mischief. Race Day is a 1X line sire by Tap It. From a genetic standpoint, he brings a lot to the table. With his third crop to race, is knocking on the door to getting a runner in the gate. White Abbario and Barber Road are square in the mix of contenders for making the race. Catching Diamonds never won in 3 starts, and the film line is somewhat unremarkable. I see hope with some of the lines on the bottom side, with Into Mischief as a broodmare stallion, and Grand Slam bringing in a well-rounded outcrossed pedigree. He doesn't have much inbreeding, doesn't have too many lines where he can get stuck with what you would hope wouldn't be like a bad gene and having multiple opportunities to get it. So hopefully with this outcross, the horse looks pretty good. His last race, he ran huge.
Yeah, I mean, if he could prove on that 4-length win at Gulfstream Park, I loved watching these great colts out there. And, unbelievable. White Abbario was very impressive to the eye in that one. If he can improve for Safi Joseph Jr., who's an excellent trainer, watch out, White Abbario. Who else we got here?
So this horse, if he keeps up what he's doing, I don't think they could beat him. If he regresses in form or he has another blunder, he's actually had 2 really, really bad trips in his last 2 races. One of them ended up costing him possibly the race. He lost by 4.5 lengths, so I don't know exactly, but his last race out, he won by 3.5, which was really impressive if you go back and watch the trip. This horse is Simplification. He's by Not This Time out of Simply Confection by Candy Ride. Not This Time has been sizzling on the trail this year, with Epicenter winning the Louisiana Derby and Simplification winning the Fountain of Youth in stylish fashion. He brings a Stormcat line that has been red hot of late, winning 3 of the last 4 derbies. Simplification won almost $125,000 and comes from a powerful fem line led by Third Dam Goulash, who dropped 5 black types, including Sun River, who earned $816,000, and Oak/Distaff winner Ashado, who earned $3.9 million. Candy Ride brings some nice value as a broodmare sire, and completes what looks to me like a Derby pedigree. I expect him to move forward with the added distance, and if he wins this one the same way he won that last race, I think we could be talking about maybe the favorite possibly for the Kentucky Derby.
There you go, Simplification. Like you said, nice closing foot in the Fountain of Youth last start. Impressive coming down the lane there. Second in the Holy Bull, improving numbers. Might be one to pay attention to. I like it. Number 1 on the list, Simplification, Johnny. Florida Derby. Here, Derby Talk episode number 11, everyone. We appreciate you. Throw down in the comments who you like for each of the races. Some of you guys are pretty sharp there. We appreciate you following, and we're going to try to write back. If you got any comments or questions or anything you want us to talk about, let us know. Johnny, we're hot on the trail. We are so close. May 7th, the first Saturday of May. I think this weekend will tell us a lot. What do you say?
I smell a little bit of burnt rubber at this point. The wheels are getting hot, the cars are getting lined up, and they're getting ready to go. We've got one more big week next week of some huge races, and I mean, we're pretty much going to, at that point, be figuring out who wants to run their horses and who doesn't. I mean, it's happening so fast this year.
Yep, exactly, John. Even if you win the race, you still got to come out of the race healthy and be able to stay healthy to get into the gate to the Derby. I think a lot of people forget that element of horse racing. You win the race, you get in, but you still got to stay healthy and make it to the gate.
The last couple weeks before the Derby, there's always some unwanted surprises. And so far this year, knock on wood, I mean, I don't think anybody's really fallen off the trail. Something's got to happen somewhere. I don't know. We'll see what the X factor is or the little wild card play is. But so far, it's been true to form. The better horses have kind of stayed healthy, and I'd be pretty excited to see them all line up in the same gate together.
Oh yeah, it's going to be a good weekend, everybody. We appreciate 3 big Derby prep races to watch. The Jeff Ruby, the Arkansas, Florida. We covered all 3 here. Johnny Lowe giving out his pedigree picks here on the Hip Horse. Tommy D, Johnny Lowe, want to thank you again. Throw down in the comments, hit that like, subscribe. Thanks again, everybody. Good luck out there. We'll catch you next time on the Hip Horse.